Rihanna, South Beach, Miami. How's it going?
It is beautiful. It's going great. I love the weather.
Yes, I can't complain either. So, but this kind of weather is natural for you.
I'm very used to this kind of weather. Sometimes a little hotter than this too. But it's great to be in America and have this kind of weather at this time of year.
So what happens when you're on the road and you have to go to Montana or something and the weather's just, it's a little different?
I just learned to deal with it, man. It's freezing is not what I'm used to, but thank God I'm not outside that much. So
They kind of rush you.
Run outside into the car and go.
You've got the assistant out there heating everything up.
I'm not that much, but I just learned to deal with it, man. It's part of my job.
So let's kind of talk about how you got discovered. I heard an interesting story that the guys who did Jessica Simpson just happened to be on vacation and heard you sing.
Yeah, they actually produced with Jessica. They produced with Christina Milian, Christina Aguilera, Kelly Clarkson, and Jessica Simpson, as you said. And they were just vacationing in Barbados one time, and I met with one of them, and Evan Rogers. He invited me to his studio to do some recording. We recorded a demo for a little while. We worked on it. Then we finally put it together. We sent it to a few labels, and Def Jam was the first label to call back. So I had to go meet with Jay-Z, and the audition was beautiful.
So what was that like? Was Jay-Z the first big celebrity you had met, or?
Very first big celebrity I met, actually, and I was so nervous. I was really, really nervous. But he's such a cool guy, one of the coolest people I've ever met, and he made me comfortable. He made it comfortable.
Very cool. So you just came to the office, sang for him, and on the spot he was like, "I need to have this girl."
Well, he heard the demo first, and then he was like, "I want to meet with this girl." And after I met with him, he was like, "We want to sign you." They didn't want to wait at all. They didn't let me leave. They held me hostage.
They've got you locked up now.
Yeah, until we signed the deal and everything started from there.
So one of the big things in Miami is the club scene. They're open late, there's crazy parties, and Pond to Replay, probably one of the biggest club records, the past year. How did that just kind of come about? I mean, it's such a fresh sound that we hadn't heard before.
Wow, well, this producer by the name of Vader Nobles, he had it laying around his studio for a while, and he heard about me and heard of the direction we were taking with music. He brought it to us. He brought it along with a few other songs, and that one stood out to us. We were like, we have to take a song and record it. So we recorded it, and people started to love it. And it was the perfect song for summer, and that's when it first started. That's when it first came out. So we put it out first as the first single, and it did really, really well. And in the clubs, unfortunately, I am not old enough to be in the clubs listening to it, but I get feedback.
That was my next question, because you're telling the DJ to turn it up, and how did you even know, what the atmosphere would be like,
Well, in Barbados, I was clubbing from 14 years old, because it's okay there.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only here in America that I get a hard time.
Now that you're famous, though, did they let it slide, and they're like, oh.
Well, now that I'm famous, I don't have time to go. I'm pretty busy.
I can imagine. Were you even old enough to know Soft Cell and Tainted Love?
I actually knew it. I wasn't very familiar with Soft Cell, but because I was really young, growing up in Barbados, I'm not really exposed to a lot of types of music. But that song was such a huge record that I knew the song. And when I heard SOS, I was like, that sounds so familiar. Like something in there just reminded me of something, Then everyone started telling me about, the Soft Cell sample, Tainted Love. And that's what it is. Yeah. I love it. SOS. First time I heard it, it was like instant. I was like, I just want to hear this song. I remember walking out of my A&R's office, like singing the song. It was so catchy.
It's very catchy. I just hear people up and down the street all week long singing it. Now, what's the song about?
SOS? Well, it's about being rescued from this crazy feeling that this guy's getting. And it's just calling out help from someone.
Just from having a crush on somebody?
Yes.
Have you ever had one of those crushes that you needed help from?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyone
everyone
that we might know?
No. Don't try to get sneaky.
No sneaky here. Is there anyone that you would really like to be on the road with, performing?
Chris Brown or Sean Paul. That would be my dream tour.
Okay. Well, hopefully they're watching right now, and you guys, I'm telling you, you definitely want her on the bill. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, my pleasure.